Hello, and I am here today for a new Crafty Chicks Take On video. So this month, the month of September, all of us ladies are going to be focusing on BRADS. Now, some of you might not have BRADS. Maybe you didn't never like BRADS. I, on the other hand, loved BRADS. I probably don't have as many as some of you out there still do. But I loved them. Thought they were super cute. These are not BRADS, those are clips, but they're still super cute. And I think I used them maybe like 5 times in all of my scrapbooking career. Not that scrapbooking is my career really, but I have a ton of these and I have no idea when or where or what I'm going to do with them. And I've got some up here too, and these are actually melted down perler beads. Do you guys remember that craze? I still have a ton of these. I think most of them are these bigger size, but I do have some yellow and orange that are the small size. I think I've got some more up here. Let's see, I'm just gonna show you all of my crazy beads stash. So I've got all of these. There's some orange in there that are small. I have some pink that are small in there, but I've got a bunch of those. Then I've got a bunch of old sequins. Like these are super old sequins. And then I've also got buttons. Let's see if I can open this one. So I've got buttons here. I've got some enamel dots and things. And then here's some purple, pinks, whites, enamel dots. So I think I'm just going to pull all of these 4 containers out. And I'm going to leave them on my desk so that I can kind of decide which one I want to use. The challenge is for BRADS, but not everybody that is posting videos this month has BRADS. And so Desiree said that we can use anything that is kind of like a BRAD, like buttons or enamel dots or sequins or anything like that. I use sequins all the time, so I'm not going to use sequins, but I hardly ever use BRADS, these big enamel dots that I have made myself in my stash, or buttons. So those are the things I'm going to focus on for now. I think I'm going to try to stick to BRADS, but I really do want to maybe try to get some of these big, huge things. What are these called? Pony beads, I think, is what they used to be called, or what they were. I'm going to try to get some of those on my layout too, because, oh my goodness, I have way too many, and I need to get them used. First off, I do see this number 2, and there's me and Tinny in here, so this one would go perfect for this one. Could probably use Best Day Ever as well, and then I do like this green one, but it kind of clashes with his blue shirt. But anyway, so I'm going to kind of go through all of these and figure out what I want to do. I could use yellow. Yellow would go well with these. And then these blue, teal, enamel dots could also be in a cluster. So anyway, this is what I'm going to be doing. I just thought I would come on and do a little intro video and kind of explain what exactly I'm doing. So this layout is going to be called... I'm thinking it's going to be called his first quote-unquote real sick day. So I don't know if you guys were like this, but after I left the house, I was the oldest in my family. My sisters got like special treatment. And by that I mean if my youngest sister didn't feel like going to school, my mom would call the school, say she's sick, and they would go out and like just shop and do stuff together. Or they would just stay at home and she wouldn't go to school. So Tinian is very good at faking being sick. He loves to fake being sick because he doesn't really like school. Which is funny because my other 2 boys absolutely love school. They love it. So funny how different each kid is, right? So this particular day, I think it was opening week, like it had just been opening weekend or something like that, of the movie Ninjago. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but it says Ninjago right here. My kids are huge Ninjago fans. They love watching it. They've seen like every single episode seriously on Netflix. Wherever you can watch the series, they have seen every single episode on it. I think you can even watch it on YouTube, and they've watched it on there too. Crazy kids, right? Anyway, so he called me halfway through the school day or something and was like, I'm just really not, like, I don't even think he made it an hour or two into school. He said he wasn't feeling well. So I went and picked him up. We spent the morning just kind of chilling at home. And then I decided this would be something really fun. He's not really acting very sick. I think he just didn't want to go to school that day. So I was trying to be like cool mom and like morale boosting mom. Like, hey, let's go do this. So he and I went and did this. This was around the time, I think, last year, Mark and I had just gotten our movie passes. So we did the illegal thing of Mark bought a ticket for Tinian to go see Ninjago, and I bought a ticket using my card. I think people did that all the time, which is probably why they upped the prices and we ended up canceling because we were like, yeah, we're not willing to pay that price. Anyway, that doesn't matter for this story. This story is just, now I'm that cool mom, like my mom was, and I did it with my youngest. So it's kind of like a, I don't know if catch-22 is the real thing, but it's kind of ironic, I guess you could say, is because I always hated that my mom did that with my sister after I left the house. And she never did it with me, you know, kind of thing. So I did it with Tinian, kind of silly story. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my layout. I hope you guys enjoy it. And make sure that you watch all of the layouts that the ladies are going to be posting this month. Hannah is going to try to post a video this week, but she's not really sure if she's going to have time. So you might see her video later this month. But then I think Desiree is going to post a video next week. So I will leave links below to all of the ladies posting this month. And I will see you guys very soon.
Okay, here you can see I am getting started with this layout, and I have these 3 photos. I know I already talked to you about them and why I chose them and my idea behind this layout. So I am going to use quite a bit of the Meggy Holmes Carousel collection ephemera pack for this layout, and it makes me so happy because I loved this collection, but I have only used it a couple of times, and I don't know why. I just never really got around to using it. So here you can see I'm pulling out a few different ephemera pieces. I love that little girl in the bottom right hand corner that she's in like a ticket booth, and I thought it was perfect for this these images of Tinian and I going to see a movie because we had to buy tickets, right? So I'm going to pull out the 6x8 paper pack, and I'm going to mat the photos. I'm going to mat all 3 photos, but I'm going to mat them separately. So this big one, which actually has the names of all the movies that were showing at that time, I'm going to mat that one with, I think, these 2 different pieces of paper. I had some scraps already that I had already used, and so I'm going to mat one of the scraps behind the top of the photo, and then I'm going to mat the whole photo on this like pink kind of scallop paper. So here you can see I am using my ATG refill because I don't know if I've told you guys, but this particular refill like totally broke inside my my ATG gun when I was using it once, and so I just have to use it without the gun because it like won't go back together or something. It was so weird how it happened. I don't even know how it happened. So I don't like to be wasteful, and I'm trying to use up this glue. So I apologize. It probably does take a little bit longer to make this layout just because of how much I have to fight with that glue. Here I'm using my Pacifica Close to My Heart ink, which is one of my favorite blue colors right now to use, and I am just using my Tim Holtz blending tool, and I'm going to ink the edges. So now here I am putting these 2 3x4 pictures. One is a closer picture of Tinian and I at the theater, and then the other one is Tinian checking out one of the video games that you can play. I think it was Pac-Man after the movie. So I'm just going to add a couple more layers and start gluing down all of these embellishment pieces. I haven't brought in my brads yet because I did want to glue everything down and then decide where I wanted my brads, because brads are such, I want to say annoying, but at the same time I don't, because you do have to poke a hole in your paper to be able to use the brad. But I will also show you how you can get around doing that as well, because sometimes, like on this layout, I need to put it in the middle of the page in one of my clusters, but the, what is it that I use? The crocodile, I think is what I use. I think that's what it's called. It can't reach to the middle of the page. And so what I'm going to have to do is just cut off the brad, the part that makes the brad like go through the paper. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to cut the metal piece off and then just glue it down. I think I'm going to glue it down with some 3D dimensional adhesive. So here I'm just making this little cluster in between these photos, and I really like how that just takes up the space in that gap, and I just love how this layout turns out. I wasn't quite sure if I would really like it, but in the end it's like, yeah, it's just awesome, and it tells a story, and I do some journaling on the layout, and it is wonderful. I have realized that if I don't do my journaling like while or right after, either during or after my process video, like I won't do it and I'll just stick it in my album. And so on this layout, I decided, okay, I'm going to do my journaling, and I might actually do it on camera. I don't remember. Here I realized, oh crap, I forgot to ink all of the edges of the ephemera pieces, and so I just kind of did it on the layout. Now here I'm going to work on this top left-hand cluster. I'm going to add a pattern paper up there, and I think I'm going to make it into a banner shape just to kind of mimic the banner that I have down in that middle cluster by the photos. Yep, there we go. And then I'm going to glue down that tag. I really love that tag. I thought it was such a super cool pattern. And then I'm also going to use this little banner that says, "Oh, happy day." So I apologize that this video is so late. I was supposed to post it up last week, but my work schedule kind of changed, and I worked 3 days the morning shift, which was 2 of the days it was 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 1 of the days it was 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Actually, it was 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. that day, and it was just really hard for me to find any time to do anything on those days, because I would come home and pretty much need to take a 2-hour nap because I was just so not used to waking up super early. So it was kind of a crazy week with my schedule. I'm kind of hoping that soon they'll just want to switch me to morning shifts so that I can just always be on morning shift. It's kind of hard to work a night shift and then a morning shift. So I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes. But anyway, that's totally off the topic. Now I'm going to pull in these brads, and I totally and completely forgot I wanted to use that number 2 brad, but I decided, you know, it's okay. I have a million other brads, and I really like the colors of these brads. They're like this bright pink. It's like, not bright pink, but like a medium pink, a medium green, and I think a medium yellow is what I end up going with. So I'm going to put these brads in 4 different places, as well as a couple of the pink homemade enamel dots. So you can see here, I'm kind of just placing everything where I want them to go. And that is pretty much it for this layout. I think I do add some spray mist, but make sure that you watch the other ladies' videos this month. I will leave links to all of the ladies that are participating. And yeah, I'm really absolutely loving this new collection. Next month, I can't remember if we talked about what we're doing next month yet. Chipboard maybe? I don't remember. Anyway, that will be fun when we do chipboard because I know Sara Scraps hates chipboard. So I'm really excited to see what she does with chipboard because she does not like it. She doesn't like thick objects, and so chipboard's really hard for her to use, and she talks about it all the time. It's kind of funny. So here you can see I am just putting my brads in. And I think this is one of the ones where I cut off the metal legs. That's what we'll call them. I cut off the metal legs from the back of the brad, and then I stick those 3D circles on the back. And that's how I end up doing a few of those. There you can see I put down the homemade enamel dot, and I decided to use the deep pink color, and I really, really love how that looks. And I think that is pretty much it. Oh, I do the title, so I think I'll fast forward so you can see what my title is going to be and my journaling. Okay, so now you can see I have pulled out two different alphas. This first one is the blue one is an old, I think it's a Dear Lizzie alpha. It's a thicker. And I have two of them because I think I bought one and then I got one in a giveaway or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But the title is going to be his first real, and I'm going to have quotations around the word real, sick day, and the journaling. Actually, let me grab my layout real quick. So the journaling is going to say, I remember when my youngest sister was in high school, she would tell me when she didn't go to school, Mom would let her have a sick day, a quote, sick day. I decided to do the same for Tinian on this sick day. I kind of wish I would have done more and written about what movie we went to and everything, even though you'll see in the photos that I do actually put a bunch of stars from the Maggie Holmes collection around the movie title that we went to go see. That's how I end up telling you, but I kind of wish I would have made the journaling go up at the top around the title instead of at that far right hand corner, but that's okay. Sometimes we do things and aren't always happy, but I absolutely love this layout. I hope that you will make sure you head on over to the other ladies' channels this month to see their take on using brads. Have a great day. Bye!